Hello friends, MSc Second Analytical Chemistry, CCTP 7, Section 1. The first topic, coulometry. So in first lecture I have explained some concept regarding the coulometry. So in coulometry is totally based on the Faraday's first law of electrolysis and second law of electrolysis. Actually, if we consider total amount of electricity passed through electrode, it can be expressed by expression Q is equal to IT. Q is the quantity of electricity passed, I is the current again in ampere, and T is time in second. The Faraday's quantity, it may be converted into, actually it is a coulomb. Coulomb Q is equal to IT. And generally 1 Faraday is equal to 96,500 coulomb. So this relationship we have to use. So coulometry is an application of the Faraday's first law of electrolysis. The Faraday's first law can be stated as the amount of substance liberated or deposited at the electrode of a cell are directly proportional to the quantity of electricity which passes through the solution. Mathematically, it can be given by expression W is equal to Wm multiplied by Q divided by N multiplied by 96,500, where Q is coulomb and is equal to IT, where I is current in ampere and T is time in second. The product of current and time, we get the coulomb, and that coulomb is nothing but the amount of electricity used or utilized. Then N is the number of electrons involved in the reaction. Then Wm is the gram atomic weight or molecular weight of substance. Then W is the substance deposited, or sometimes gas, the amount of gas liberated also. I is the current in ampere and T is the time in the second. So it is a first law of Faraday's first law. The amount of substance deposited or liberated at the electrode of a cell is directly proportional to the quantity of electricity passes through the solution. Solution means electrolyte. Second, it is the first law of thermodynamics, Faraday's first law. Second law of Faraday's law. Second Faraday's law is that the chemical equivalent of a substance is directly proportional to atomic weight or the molecular weight of that particular electrolyte. Means if, for example, if it is zinc, then chemical equivalence of zinc is equal to the atomic weight of zinc. If we consider two elements, copper and zinc, the chemical equivalence of zinc divided by chemical equivalence of copper is equal to the atomic weight of copper divided by atomic weight of zinc divided by atomic weight of copper. So it is a Faraday's second law is there. Mostly the coulometry is totally based on the Faraday's first law. That W is equal to Wm multiplied by Q divided by N multiplied by 96,500. Actually, when you consider coulometry, there are two types of coulometry are there. Whether you are keeping current constant during electrolysis or whether the potential is constant during electrolysis. So depending upon that, there are two types of coulometry methods are there. One is coulometric analysis with constant potential of the working electrode. So the first type, the coulometric analysis with constant potential of the working electrode. It is one coulometric method is there. In second method, again coulometric analysis with constant current, again at the working electrode. So either you kept the potential applied constant, or you may take the current constant. So depending upon that, the two different coulometry analysis are there. One is current constant or potential is the constant. Actually, second point we have to study. So one by one I can explain later on. Before that, current voltage relationship during electrolysis. It is an important concept generally in the coulometric method in which the current is constant. So we must get 100% efficiency. So I have plotted the graph of current against the potential applied. So I have shown A, B, C, three curves are there. It is I1, it will be I2. Second plot is current against the time. So we get again, as the time increases, at normal or low time the current is very high, and as the time proceeds during the reaction the current goes on decreases. So these are the two curves. Based on that we have to explain the current voltage relationship during electrolysis. Actually, what is coulometry? The device, it is actually equipment or device or instrument. The device which can use to measure the quantity of electric charge used during an electrochemical reaction is called as coulometer. The device or equipment which can be used to measure the quantity of electric charge or quantity of electricity used during an electrolysis or during an electrochemical reaction is generally called as coulometer. The device which can be used to measure the quantity of electric charge or electricity used during an electrochemical reaction or during an electrolysis is called as coulometer. So that is a equipment or apparatus or device that can measure the quantity of electricity which is required for the electrolysis is generally called as the coulometer. Now there are two types of coulometers are there: control current and second will be the control potential. So when you consider actually the control current coulometer accurately measure the time of flow of the constant current. The control current coulometer accurately measure the time of flow of the constant current through the electrochemical cell using the following equation, and we can calculate the quantity of the electric charge required. That is Q is equal to again IT. The quantity of electric charge or quantity of electricity passed is equal to Q is equal to IT, where I is current in ampere, T is time in the second, and it is actually I multiplied by T is nothing but coulomb. So we can calculate how much coulomb passes during electrolysis through coulometer, or it is a quantity of electricity. Then another concept is that already I have discussed. According to Faraday's first law, the amount of substance liberated or deposited at the electrode of a cell are directly proportional to the quantity of electricity which passes through the electrolyte or which passes through the solution. that can be given by equation W is equal to Wm multiplied by Q divided by N multiplied by 96,500, where N stands for number of electrons involved in the chemical reaction during electrolysis. W is the weight of substance deposited or weight of gas liberated, and Wm is nothing but the atomic weight or molecular weight of that particular the analyte or that species under the study or investigation. At the start of electrolysis, so when we have to study the current voltage relationship during electrolysis. At the start of electrolysis, the controlled current coulometry at the start of electrolysis, in the controlled current coulometry, the 100% efficiency is observed. At the start of the electrolysis, in current controlled coulometry, the 100% efficiency is obtained by adjusting the current flowing through the cell. So I have to adjust the current in such way that we get 100% efficiency. We get the 100% efficiency. So why to select the value? If it is a current is less, then we never get the 100% efficiency. So why to select the current in such way that we get 100% the efficiency. Now, if we consider the graph of again current against this potential applied, so we get the first curve, that is A. We get 100% efficiency. Or if efficiency is less, we get the second curve, or we also get the third curve that will be denoted by either A curve or B curve or the C curve. The height of the curve is proportional to the concentration of electroactive species, means this height. The height of the curve, it is this height, or it may be this height or this height. The height of the curve is directly proportional to the concentration of electroactive species that is under investigation. As the electroactive species is reduced, means during the electrolysis, electroactive species start to reduce, and therefore the height of the curve goes on decreases. Means initially if it is A curve is there, but as the electroactive species start to reduce, the concentration of electroactive species decreases, and also the height of the curve also goes on decreases to B. Again still further reaction proceeds, the electroactive species get reduced, and until we get the decrease in the height of the curve to level the C. Okay, to level C. As the electroactive species is reduced, the height decreases from B to C. Then some current is used for the electrolysis of analyte for reduction purpose, and some for electrochemical reaction. Some out of this current, some current is used for the reduction of electroactive species, and some current is used for the electrochemical reaction, that is for supporting electrolyte. So 100% current cannot be used to calculate the quantity, means all current is not used for the reduction of electroactive species. Out of this current, most of current is used for the reduction of electroactive species or your analyte, but at the same time some electrolyte is there or supporting electrolyte is there. So out of this total current, some quantity of current is also used for the reduction of electroactive species or for the electrochemical reaction of the supporting electrolyte. The potential of the working electrode is controlled, so 100% efficiency is observed during oxidable or reducible phases. Means when you consider the control current coulometry, some current is used for the electroactive reduction of your analyte or reduction of analyte, and some current is used for the electrochemical reaction, that is for supporting electrolyte. So we never get 100% current efficiency, and for this purpose if we control the potential of the working electrode should be controlled so that 100% current efficiency is observed during oxidation or reduction of your analyte. Means simultaneously we know that if current is used, we never get 100% efficiency. Some is used for the reduction of your species, electroactive species, and some is used for electrochemical reaction of supporting electrolyte. So we never get 100% current efficiency. To achieve the 100% current efficiency, you control the applied potential. So potential of the working electrode is controlled, and by controlling the potential of the working electrode we can achieve the 100% current efficiency during the oxidation or reduction of electroactive species. So it is a current voltage relationship during electrolysis. So these are the plots, and the second plot is current against time. So initially very high current is there. As the reaction proceeds, the current goes on decreases, and finally it remains almost all the constant. Means to achieve the 100% efficiency, we have to control potential also. Then we can achieve the 100% efficiency. So it is my second lecture. In first lecture I have explained in detail Faraday's law, and second lecture I can explain the current voltage relationship during the electrolysis. In third lecture I can explain actually the operating cell that are used at fixed potential or at constant potential. There are two cells are there. One is platinum wire gauge cell, and second one with a mercury pole cell is there. So two big diagrams are there. So tomorrow I can explain these two cells, and at the same time the application of control potential coulometry technique. One reaction is there. So in next lecture I can take this particular point. Okay, and thank you.